Howdy ho, guys and gals, and welcome back to Den of Tools. Today is Monday, October 13th, and if my voice sounds a little hoarse, well, I've had quite a week. But regardless of that, you know what time it is. It's time for Tales of the Week! Oh my gosh. Parents Week up at MSU here in Montana. And went and hung out with my son, and we had family fly in, and I went to a frat party. And parents tried to get me to do a keg stand. No, that ain't happening. All right, but we do have deals for you. So let's jump into some hot deals because, boy, I need a vacation from this weekend, all right? But speaking of which, let's talk about Brooklyn bedding because this is like having a vacation every night. Hey, that wasn't even planned. Pretty good line there, huh? Anyway, here's what we got. We got Brooklyn Bedding's fall sale, 25% off site-wide. But you know, if you use my link, you're going to do 5% better than that. All right, and they got tons of great stuff. And they got all sorts of different, styles and mattresses and whatnot. But, I got to call out my favorites. First of all, if you're on a budget, the Copper Flex collection, which is what I'm sleeping on right now, just to prove it. And let's be fair, Brooklyn's been a sponsor of the channel. They've sent us a ton of mattresses. I have everything from their basic stuff up to their top of the line. I said, no, if I'm going to be talking about this, I want to sleep on it too. So I had them send me the Copper Flex one. And I'm getting good sleep on it, man. For a budget mattress, this thing, and I'm a big boy, all right? It's not like I'm like easy going on mattresses. I push them about as hard as I go. And I'm not the kind of person who also sleeps on one side. I'm a rotisserie sleeper, all right? Anyway, made in Phoenix, Arizona, down there, where it's hot. Anyway, check it out, the Copper Flex collection. If you want to step up something really good, get the Aurora Lux with the cooling top and the whole 9 yards. That is just like, you feel guilty, but you'll fall asleep feeling guilty. But the Copper Flex is the bang for the buck kind of solution here. They have the Copper Flex Pro. That's what I have here, starting at $549. Let's go in here. It's got, all the features that you're going to want out of a modern mattress. It's got the foam, parts in it. It's got, look at this, it's not just basic foam. It's that kind of foam sandwich where they put all the different types of foam in there. Quilt foam, copper infused foam, comfort foam, VarioFlex transition foam, zoned lumbar support, high density foam, all that built in there. And they have sizes, queen, they have twin XL, full queen, king, and even cow king. And you can go with memory foam or hybrid. If you're a bigger guy like me, I definitely recommend the hybrid. That's where it's going to have foam and springs. If you are on the lighter side, the memory foam will do you just fine. Anyway, check them out. And again, if you use my link down below, you get an extra 5% on that discount, taking it up to 30%. All right, let's talk about chairs. Now, we've talked about Hoffrey before. This is their massage chair. We've had it on here before. 7 points of vibration in an office chair. It's also got the footrest. It was an XL size. It'll hold up to 400 pounds. This is, again, it's a budget chair, all right? This is not a super luxo deluxe kind of chair, but for a budget chair, and it's normally $200, we've got a discount code. It's going to take it down. I think it's going to knock like $64 off the price of this. So, and that's going to beat the $40 coupon that's on there. So don't use that. Actually, maybe you can try stacking them. Good luck. If you get them to stack, I would love to hear about it. But that said, what we're looking at here is 7 points of vibration, ergonomic control there. I think some models even have heating, if I'm not mistaken. But you get the regular kind of office chair, the nice deluxe arms, and then you get the slide out for when you need to sit back and relax and elevate your legs. Look at that. It all, it all lets you get nice and comfy in your chair so you can relax a little bit, take a quick little break. Anyway, check out the Hoffrey massage chair there. All right, let's keep going. We've got Teslong. Now, I've been talking about this one for a long time. There's a lot of great borescopes out there on the market. I love this one. They sent it to me several years ago. It's still my go-to one. Anytime I need a borescope, pretty much, this is the one I'm pulling out. It's got the articulating head. It's got the large, high-res screen on it. You can pop a memory card in it. It's got the semi-rigid case. It's normally $130. It's on sale for $110. All right, let's keep going. Top Test. We were just talking about them on Prime Days. Their Deluxe Lux, Deluxe Lux. Didn't even plan that. Deluxe Lux light meter here. It's on sale. It's got the rotating head. I don't even think mine's got the rotating head. So that's a step up from the one I've got. It's normally $32. It's on sale for $30. There's a $3 off on top of that. Now, you may be saying to yourself, I'm not a photographer or doing video or stuff like that. Why do I need a Lux meter? Are you ever having lights in your house or your office or your shop or your garage, and you're wondering like, hey, are my eyes playing tricks on me? Am I getting as much light out of this as I think I am? What's the kind of lighting I should have? Don't question it. It's going to be what? It's $27, and you're going to have the right lighting. And brother, trust me, once you get the right lighting, you can't go back. All right, your eyes been straining forever. I've done several office buildings and redone the lighting in them, and it's a world of difference. For me, you got to also figure out what lighting spectrum works for you. Me, I'm a 5600K guy. It's kind of hard to find the 5600K. Usually they're like 5 or 6500. I'm finicky. I like the 56, but you do you, all right? Figure out what lighting works best for you. So 5600K, just so you know, is on the brighter side of daylight color. All right, then we got the Bowen. Bowen's got a bunch of socket sets here going off. We got the 21 piece. You got the quarter, the 3/8, and half-inch drive on this. This is the, I shouldn't say socket set, so this is your extension and adapter set here. This one's coming in at $40, but there's a $10 off coupon, taking us down to $30. So 21 piece, all the extensions, the swivels, the adapters, in the blow molded case for $30. Now, as far as the sockets, we got the half-inch 72-piece SAE and metric here. You got deeps and shallows. You even got a ratchet that you probably will not like using. I never like those impact-included ratchets. I just don't like the texture for a ratchet. And they're never usually pretty good. Anyway, $130 is the price on this, but they got a $20 off coupon. If you're looking for a smaller set, a little bit more budget, they've got the half-inch 33-piece set, no ratchet, which I'm just fine. You keep that ratchet. This is a nice little set here, coming in normally at $60. It's $10 off as well. Then we got the 3/8 drive set with ratchet extensions, the whole 9 yards, deeps and shallows. Normally $70, $10 off coupon as well. You're getting a pattern here. All right, the Rui tool, it's on sale again. Normally $26, on sale down to $18. There's a $1.80 off coupon. This is the Japanese handsaw. I'm sorry, the Japanese just know how to make handsaw better than we do. I don't know why we didn't pick up this style and everyone isn't using it. This is double tooth, so you got fine tooth on one side, you got cross cut on the other, just ready to go. Just a great little hand tool, and it's flexible, so it can be used as a flush cut saw as well. All right, then my favorite headlamp by far. This thing is like a stadium light on your head. And speaking of stadium lights, I'm going to be at Montana State again tonight. This is going to be 5 nights in a row. I'm up in Bozeman. But my youngest son is playing at Montana State. Yeah, the middle school is playing. They play one game every year up at the big university stadium. So he's starting linebacker tonight. He was on the line. He's moved to starting linebacker. He's pumped. We're excited to be there. It's going to be hella cold. There was ice and snow on my windshield this morning. It was 30 degrees when I got to the shop here. It is supposed to be about 30 degrees tonight. Pray for me. Right. Anyway, I'll have to wear this to the stadium. $26. Brother, you got to try one of these. These things are fantastic. Now, they have 2 versions, all right? So they get the 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but if you need long life, they have the 7,500 for a few bucks more. So grab the one that's going to work for you. And it even comes with a semi-rigid case. Let's say it, semi-rigid cases for the win. All right, Kaiweed circuit tester. I love these circuit sniffer kind of things. You plug this end to the plug you want to find, and then this goes and sniffs your panel and tells you which breaker that actually goes to. It even has the adapters, so you can use it in a light socket, stuff like that. They even have leads on it. The whole 9 yards comes with the case. Gotta love the case. All of that normally $59. It's on sale 7% off, taking it down to $55.99. All right, now I should point out also, this can be used on its own just as a plug tester, all right? It's going to tell you whether you've got faults and whatnot, so it's multi-use at that price. All right, let's keep going. We got the Synix coffee maker. I know, I'm talking about this again. It's on sale for $100. There's a 10% off coupon, taking it down to $90. It's hybrid, all right? If you drink the hot stuff in the morning, Or if you just want a cup of soup at lunch or something, you know, a little hot cocoa in the evening maybe, it plugs in and or it takes a battery, all right? So you could have this sitting on your workbench, plugged in, using it all the time, then like, oh, we're gonna go tailgate. We're gonna go do some fishing. We're gonna go up to, you know, the cabin or something. Go put it in the RV. Take it with you. Then now you got a portable with the battery you can use as well. I will say this: they do chew through batteries, so you'll have to bring a couple to charge, but you will at least get a drink out of it. All right. But then if you don't need to, you plug it in. So you got both options in an Instant Cup thing like this for what is it for $90? All right. Anyway, I just love those. We got the what is it? Oh, the Facao, the 6-inch long impact nut driver set here. All right. This thing's on sale. 18-piece color. We got the foam tray with the top level, you know, on the insert to keep those foam corners from fraying off. 1/4-inch impact shanks, 1/2 inch and 3/8 as well. The adapters, so you're ready to go. There's normally $28 coupon, taking this $5.60 off. You guys been asking for those foam trays and stuff that fit in the drawer, make your drawers nice and neat and whatnot. There you go. These things are fantastic. All right, they're are they professional grade super high? No. But for the average DIYer, they're super convenient. I got to tell you, if once you've tried magnetic nut drivers, it's hard to go and reach for your regular sockets because it's just so quick and easy. All right, you're not taking off car lug nuts with this. All right. So anyway, and then we get the 55-piece with again magnetic sets. This is the big case here. 1/4-inch quick change bits, S2 steel on it. It's even got a pivoting nut setter. Coming in normally $44. Coupon's going to take $8.80 off. Remember, you have to check the coupon yourself. Amazon won't do that for you. Next up, we got the WorkPro 3-piece plastic razor blade scraper set. People, these things are absolutely fantastic. I have some friends who are redoing a house, and she came by and she saw this, and she's like, well, why is it plastic? I'm like, have you ever had to scrape something where you want to use a metal scraper, but you know if you use it, you're going to scrape the crud out of it, and you're going to take off more than you want to? And her eyes lit up, just lit up. She's like, can I borrow one? So I gave her one out of my set, and she is over the moon. She's already ordered it for her and for her sister and for a bunch of other people. Anyway, they're fantastic. They really are, and they're super cheap. I get it. I've got razor blades and stuff. Usually I got a box of them in here somewhere. I keep my regular razor blades. I use them for all sorts of stuff, but there's some things where you got to get stuff off and you can't take steel to it. This is the solution right here, and it's $10, $9.49. All right, keep going with WorkPro here. We got the 8-piece stubby anti-slip. Now it's anti-slip in the box end, all right, not on the open end here. But these are your stubby flex heads with the roll-up in metric here, coming in normally $50. They're on sale 24% off, taking it down to $38. That's a great little set to have. Now we've got the WorkPro magnetic socket rail organizer 3-piece kit here, normally $25, coming into $22.49. Now I know you're going to be saying, but don't you have socket organizers you're selling? Well, yes, we do. Now we got pick a tray sets right now. We've got socket organizers. Let me go to the actual catalog here. So we got the pick and tray sets. These are designed for the Tecton, but they'll hold most average size pick and hook kind of sets there. Then we've got the Quinn Master sets, not the Master Technician, but the 5 Quinn Master, 3 chrome, 2 impact sets here. We've got one set for each you can pick up, and these are specifically designed for each set. And people are like, what does that mean? It means that there's a hole for every socket. You're not going to have a bunch of leftover sockets, or you're not going to have too many rails and stuff. All right. I got rid of all my other socket organizers, other than ones we make, but I still kept the rails because there's some miscellaneous stuff here and there where I do want to take it and like put it up on the side of the cabinet or something like that. So not every tool is right for every single job. Not everything's a hammer. Electricians, I'm talking to you. Anyway, the point is that these are great, and we're going to be coming out with more sets. We're probably going to be doing the icons next because we had a whole survey, and that's what people were asking for, was do the icons. All right, but then we also have this one we just added. which is my microfiber cleaning cloth adapter there. Think sanding block for a microfiber cloth. If you got anything flat, like glass and stuff like that you want to clean, you fold it up, and all the other ones I've seen, you have to cut them to size. So this one is built oversized, so you just fold it in thirds or fourths lengthwise. Well, it's 12 by 12, so anyway. You fold it up, fold it in, clamp it down, and now you got a nice little scrubby kind of surface there, and it's even got a little soap drying tray to go into, all right? So you can order that online. By the way, it's all free shipping in the continental United States, and also you can find us on Maker World, where you can download the STLs for free, and you can just print them yourself, all right? We've published them all for free, all right? Not charging for the STLs. People keep trying to say that I'm charging for the STLs. I don't know where they're getting that. All right, Work Pro 3-piece long reach pliers, 11-inch extra. We've talked about these before. They're not the super high-end grade. I mean, they're Work Pro, they're average DIYer level, but they're nice to have. That long reach with the angle and with the right angle, when you can't get that one thing out of there, this is what you need there. $27.06 on the price of that. That's 5% off. Then we've got, it's more than one wrench. We've got the Chrome Work Pro. Again, this is the regular size of those stubbies that we were just showing here. But this is SAE here. I think, do they have metric? I thought they had they have the metric set as well. So you get the SAE or the metric. It comes with the roll-up bag, $36 per set on those. Then we've got the long, these are the ones I absolutely love, all right? The flex head, I think the flex head would recommend, but if you can't afford the extra for the flex head, I get it. But anti-slip, long reach with the roll-up bag, 10% off. This is what's going to get you into those tight areas. It's got the anti-slip on the box end. I guess they're both box ends, so anti-slip on the ratcheting end, I should say. $53.90, $54 for this set here, 8 to 19. All right, then here's the flex heads here. We're looking at, and this is the difference. You're looking at a 10-piece for $54 or a 5-piece for $45 here. The ratcheting end is really nice. They're not quite as long as these are, but it's still a good set here. $44.99, $45. Call it what it is. Metric 8 to 19, 72 tooth. And the coating on it's pretty decent as well. All right, then we've got just the standard with that kind of coating, not flex head. Again, metric 8 to 19, 72 tooth, anti-slip in the box end there, $40.49, down from $45. All right, then we got some works here for you. I've talked about this one. This is a corded leaf blower, leaf vacuum mulcher. It sucks it up, runs it through the impeller, which it's designed to do, and it will chop up those leaves into little bitty bits so you can fit a whole yard into that one bag. It will not be light by the time you get there, all right? If you got big leaves, you got big old maples and oaks and stuff, and you chop those all up, it'll be a hefty bag by the time you finish your yard. But it can do it, all right? And you can empty it in between. But the fact is, you're not going to be sitting there doing that whole game where you rake them all up, and then you're playing the sandwich game with your rakes. You're trying to put it in the bag or the steel can, and it's all... Just get this and just vacuum it up like it's, like you got dust bunnies out there, and it's just going to zip them right up. All right, anyway, it's on sale right now, 23% off, taking it down to just under $100. All right, then we got the Works pole saw. This is cordless, all right? And this, if I'm not mistaken, this one, it detaches. There we go. So you've got a chainsaw, a 10-inch chainsaw, and it connects and becomes a pole saw. It comes with the battery. It's the full kit with the charger. 157, 158, let's call it what it is. All right, and again, it's getting to be that time of season. It's better to prune that stuff now. Prune it now before the wind and the ice and the storms come in and knock it down, and then you got to pay for when the power company comes out and has to reconnect your power, and you got lines. Or you know what happens more often than not is it takes down like your cable. All right, because the power company is usually pretty good about trimming, but it's like your phone or your cable or something like that. Your DSL gets taken out. Don't have to pay to get them to fix that stuff. Just get a pole saw and knock it down first. All right, then we got the Works nailer. Again, I was really surprised when I first tested this years ago. It's a great nail system here, 18 gauge Brad nailer. And again, you're getting the full kit. You're getting the battery, the charger, the bag. Even some nails to get started with. It's coming in normally $190. It's on sale down to $160. All right, then we got the Works electric leaf mulcher. I'll be honest, I figured this thing was a spinning blade until I took a look at one of these. It's literally a weed eater in a bucket. which is not a bad idea. You know, that way you don't have to worry about costly impeller blades or impeller blades breaking. And you could set it right over a bag and have it mulch and go right into the bag. So if you don't want to buy the big vacuum thing, you do want to play that, at least you can mulch it and get it all in one bag regardless. So that's coming in at $150 on that one. All right, then we are over here. We got some Tecton here for you. The 3/8 drive by 3-inch small body stubby ratchet coming in here, 21% off. You know, remember normally we won't cover anything on Amazon from Tecton unless it's more than 10% off, because you can get 10% cash back direct from Tecton. But here you're getting 21% off on the stubby here for $24.60. All right, then we got Anchor Prime Charger. This is a great one on the workbench. If you got a lot of stuff, more and more stuff, actually, let's be honest, more and more stuff is getting to be USB powered. All sorts of devices that I would normally use in a shop, they're getting, even the 20-volt battery stuff, a lot of it's now coming with a USB charger. So you just charge it via USB. Well, this one, we got the GAN Prime charger here. It's going to be fast charging, 6-port, 2.26 LCD display. You can run a MacBook off of it. You can charge all your iPhones. You can charge your tablets. And you can charge your power tools and everything. And you can see exactly how much power everything's drawing and what you're doing with it, which is a great way to test your tools to see, hey, are these batteries pulling as much power as they're supposed to be pulling? It's $100 on that one. All right, then we got, as I said, it's getting to be that time, folks. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but it's getting cold outside. It's already cold here. 1500 watt wall heater here. Gets the heater up and out of the way. You got a nice remote control. You can control it with your app. You can even use it with She Who Shall Not Be Named. I know some people were complaining because I used the name the other day. I'm like, well, I had to. I was demoing it. Anyway, point is 1500 watt, which is the most you're going to get out of a standard 120 wall outlet. So anybody saying they're running off of 120, they're giving you more than 1500 watts is just a bald-faced liar. Anyway, you're looking at $130 the normal price. Sale price 10% off, taking it down to $117. Then we've got the Flexi Mount. Now, these are the same people who make the desks and stuff. Flexi Spot, so you know they're doing good quality on this. 4x8 overhead storage. Get everything off the floor. You know, it's long-term storage. Get it up on an overhead rack. Get it out of the way. $131.09. All right, then we got to talk about Elegoo. I was talking about 3D printing, right? The Elegoo Starry. I have a whole video on this on the channel. Also, if you guys don't know, I did start a second channel. I don't know. I'm not trying to push a lot of people over there. It's just kind of there if you want. And I'm talking about all the technology stuff we're using to make the products that we're selling through dentotools.com. If that's what you're interested in, go check it out. It's 3D Print Rancher. So, because we're not Print Farmer because we're in Montana, we're Print Rancher. Anyway, this one, somebody asked me about this and they're like, hey, is this a good deal? And I was like, I almost was like, hell no, why would you buy it here? It's $300 at Elegoo. But on Elegoo's website, you have to pay shipping. I entered it in, and my shipping was $30. So if I want to order it, it'd be $330. But you could buy it with free shipping off of Amazon for $322.99. That's $7. That's almost enough to buy you like a Happy Meal at McDonald's these days. Point is, it's cheaper. If you are going to buy it, and this is sold by Elegoo Official US, so you're still buying it, you're still getting the warranty, the whole 9 yards. If you want the best budget technical printer, this is the one to get, all right? I love the Bamboo Labs. I'm a Bamboo Lab fanboy, all right? And if you want iPhone-like, I don't have to think about it, it just works, get Bamboo Lab. But if you want something I can print carbon fiber with, and I want to do it on a budget, in fact, mine is now dedicated to just abrasive, high-end abrasive materials, all right? So all my technical stuff, all my engineering grade filament, this is the only one I use. It's permanently set up for that. And you know what, worst case scenario, if, you know, people are talking about, what about parts? What about this? I can buy an entire parts kit for $322.99. Worst case, I can replace the whole thing, all right? Because if you consider the Bamboo Lab X1C was $800, all right? So I could buy 2 of these for the price of that. And I love the Bamboo Lab, all right? But Anyway, we'll talk about it in the other channel more if you're interested in that. Let's keep going here. We got the helicoil. If you got some threads to repair, you got to look into helicoil. This is the 320 piece metric SA and SAE rethreading kit here. It'll do all sorts of stuff all the way down to motor studs. Look, it's color coded, so you know exactly which one you're getting. You got your thread chaser in there, you got your drill to ream it out, and then you got your helicoil replacements. It's a really interesting technology that really does work. It's weird, it's wild. It's not exactly what you would think. I'm trying to see if there's an animation showing the helicoils themselves, because they just look like springs. But you ream it out, and anyway, look up some videos on helicoil. But this is a great deal. It's probably not going to last. 21% off, taking it down to $55. All right, then we got the 25-piece plastic drawer organizer set. I know some of you are already commenting, but you could just 3D print it. You can, but you know what? I can also that's a lot of time on my printer I got for other projects. And for $14.23, which is basically the price of a roll of filament, which is almost a whole roll of filament in and of itself, probably more than one roll of filament, and none of that time on the printer. And for those of you who don't have a printer, get organized. 4 sizes, 8 small, 8 medium, 6 large, 3 extra large, 25 pieces total, semi-transparent so you can even see what's in it. Get organized, all right? Then we got some ODB2 scanners here. We got the Topdon. This is your pro level. This is almost not even a budget pro at this kind of point, but it's the Phoenix Plus 2. This one kind of does it all right? If you're a pro and you've been looking, I don't even need to explain this to you. You know what it is, and you've probably been waiting for this sale. 22% off. $911? $911. There's a little nod there for you. And 99 cents there. Now, if you're more on the budget mind, you're looking for, a bi-directional on a budget. They've got the Pro, Artie Diag. We've talked about this one before. It's a lightning deal right now, down to $372. You got 6 hours and 28 minutes as of filming, so you better jump on it. And then we've got Kaiweets again. This is a great little multimeter. It's not super fancy. It does all the basic stuff. It's fairly well made for a budget multimeter. It's normally $42. It's on sale for $38. And then there's a coupon that's going to knock another $5.70 off of that. What I really like about this is the big, bright, easy to read screen. For those of us with bad eyes, that screen is nice. Then we got the Yunpeak. Some people saw me talking about the recovery rope that Harbor Freight sent over. I did not get a chance to use it this weekend because I didn't end up going up to the park because there was a screw up with timing and stuff. So I spent the whole weekend over at MSU doing parents' weekend stuff. All right. So anyway, we will get it tested here shortly, I promise. But if you're looking for a deal from someone other than Harbor Freight, Yunpeak has theirs. 126%, 1.26. Who measures inches like that? By 30 feet. They're 56,000 pound brake strength here. All right, comes with the case. I'd like that case better than the one that Harbor Freight sent. They've got this weird wrap kind of thing. They burrito it. Anyway, it's on sale $86.73 on that one. All right, now aux beam. I got 2 aux beams for you. We got the base, the BA80 here. You got 8 controls there. There's different labels you can break out of this little sheet they have. You can put on there, and then they're backlit, and they got the light over them and stuff like that. Tells you what's going on. Then you got your control panel there as well. This one's on sale, 20% off, down to $135.99. And then we've got the RA80. And my understanding is that the real difference is it's an RGB panel. So you can have different colors and you can change it for different statuses and stuff. And you can program all that in. Otherwise, it's doing pretty much the exact same job, coming in at $151.99. All right, then we got the EP Auto Spill-Proof Radiator Coolant Filling Kit. These things are fantastic. A lot of people make them. There's different ones you can get. But, I mean, as far as it screws right in, you cannot spill it. It's got a plunger to stop it. So you look at this, you can fill up exactly how much fluid you want. And then once you know how much fluid is in there, then you pull the plunger and it fills it up. And then it's got this little case here that seals it so it's not, no dripping all over your bags and stuff afterwards. Everyone should have one. And if you don't want this one from EP Auto, get a different style, get a different style. but this style of one is just fantastic. $21.72. Lightning deal ends in 8 hours and 40 minutes as of filming. We got the Shark. I've seen this around. I've not talked about it because the price on it's $150. I'm like, at $150, no one's buying this. But at 80 bucks for a high-end 1-gallon wet dry vac that's super compact and portable and has all your bits and stuff, Shark makes some fantastic stuff. At this price, at 47% off, that is a buy it before it's gone kind of price, all right? That is, I would jump all over that if you needed a 1-gallon wet dry vac, a high-end one. That is a good value there. All right, then we got the Woobin. Woobin's one of these ones they've been trying so hard to be Olight, and they keep missing the mark. And they've sent me a bunch of stuff, and you guys have all agreed with me, like, this is overpriced, all right? Or it's super cool, but I'm not paying $150 for that flashlight from a company that's not, quite as established as somebody like Olight and stuff. The exception to that rule is this thing. Now, it's tiny. I had one around here, and of course, it's walked off. Let me check over here real quick. No, I think my wife took it. It's about this big, all right? It's super tiny, which is great because you can throw it on a keychain, put it in your pocket. The light swivels. It's got a magnetic piece. It does everything. It's got multicolor. It's got so much. It's RGB. But for a little emergency light that kind of just does it all for under $20, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what to do to make you happy if you don't like this thing. All right, I can't help you. You're beyond help. All right, then we got the Skill. This is just your great little detail sander here, okay? It's got all the little attachments so you can get the little finger sanding going on, all that kind of stuff. It even has a little pipe attachment so you can get the round parts as well. This is coming in at, was it $39.60 on this. All right, then we got the gas and CO detector. It just plugs into an outlet, folks. Every shop should have one of these. All right, there's no excuse on this day and age to not have a gas and carbon monoxide detector, all right? Especially if you're running fuel fed heaters, okay? And I get it. You're like, oh, my shop's nice and drafty, blah, blah. Things can build up. Things happen. It's $26.85 to make sure that you're there tomorrow for your family and not one of the statistics that I always talk about at least once every winter, and I hate doing it, but it happens. Just get one of these, folks. All right, let's keep going here. A lot of people, when I show shots of the outside of my shop, they really remark on the lights. They really love those lights. While not exactly the same, honestly, I think these might be a tad bit better. They're the same style of light. Apparently, it's called a shoebox light, but you're looking at $215 here for the set of commercial LEDs. And I got to tell you, I do like the lights that we have. And they do work really well, and they do throw out a pretty good beam. So for $215, I'd be willing to give that a shot for a 3-pack of lights. All right, let's keep going. Pressure washer from Patalui. I don't even know who they are. I've never heard of them before. This one actually was sent in by a viewer. Apparently, he got it, and he says it's really good. It's better than the Portland washer from Harbor Freight, which is not saying a whole lot. But it's got the soap dispensers. It's got the bit holders down here on the rod. Not my favorite place to put them, but at least it's got holders. You're not just carrying them around in your pocket. A nice big hook here on the side. He said that he really liked the hose organization on it, which was the reason he sent it in for the price. $110, 45% off. I don't know what person's buying this for $200, but for $110, it looks like a decent pressure washer. All right, then we got the Bosch Bulldog here. We've talked about this before. 19% off. One left in stock at this price. I don't even need to sell you on that one. You know what that is. Craftsman 25-foot measure and friction. It's a tape measure, folks. Yes, it does all the tape measure things. It's 25-foot Craftsman tape measure that does not have metric. I know, I do a lot of metric. I'm silly like that. I like having accurate measurements. 25, I'm picking a fight. $11.98. So, I'm sorry, dude. Metric is better. They're like, there's countries that use metric and countries that send a man to the moon. And we did it with metric. All the cars these days are metric. 3D printers are metric. All the science are metric. Why are we still using the old school? It's half of a 3/8 of a quarter. No, just 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. It's much easier. All right. Flexi hose. I don't know if this is made by Flexi Spot. It's a Flexi hose. I love these things. And I know, I get it. They're not as good as a regular hose. They're so much more convenient. They really are. And I learned to love them as an RVer. And I hear lots of people saying you probably shouldn't use them with a pressure washer because they expand and then they contract and I've never had a problem. I use them with pressure washer, never had a problem with them. 3/4 inch solid brass fittings, double latex core, 150 feet. That's a big one. For $82.44. Family channel. Keep it friendly out there. All right. Then the Safe for Home from Locksworth here. This is, again, someone's going to chime in. It's not really a safe. Yeah, we know what it is, dude. All right. It's a 0.6 cubic foot lockbox is what it is that looks like a safe. But you know what it does? It keeps prying fingers out. The lock picking lawyer isn't going to break into your house and steal your precious jewelry you got in here. But it is going to, maybe your daily carry, you can slide it in there when you're at home. You don't need to walk around with the kids and stuff with it. $47.69 on that. Check it out. We also have this again. I know I'm beating the dead horse here. It's getting cold. It's below freezing here. All right. It's time to start thinking about wrapping those outside faucets. The Winter Pro 6.7 here from Hometopia. Anyway, why are they showing fire? Are we worried about our faucets catching on fire? I don't know. And it's got the emergency glow wrap on it as well, but it's going to prevent them from freezing as well. And it's $7. It's a lot cheaper than getting a new faucet. Let me tell you that. I got to replace our outdoor faucet just because it's old. It's so old. And then we got the Power Drill Deco Pro cordless here. Again, this is like your disposable budget, project drill kind of thing. I'm going over a buddy's house to help something. It's just your cheapo drill. I mean, come on. It's a cheap power drill with some bits for under $28. All right. And look, you can get it in other colors too. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, I know I'm in a mood today. We have the Kez-Cows. I think these are ridiculous. I do. But you know what? I'm not every person. And a lot of people say they really like them. I know some electricians who use these things. So I guess if that's your... Look how happy you're going to make him. That's not what's in the box that he's thinking is in the box. But that said, I do know people who do... That poor fish. Anyway, I don't know. I just get hooked at night like that. And, the point is this. A lot of people like them. Look, they're USB chargeable. See, I told you. They're USB chargeable. They're $13.59. I probably just don't understand, and I haven't taken the time to. They're probably miracle workers. I'm sure there's top tier surgeons using these. All right, then we've got the 2-pack of garage lights. These are ones that honestly I thought were kind of silly when they came out, and then the more I've seen them and seen people use them, they're actually pretty fantastic because you just go in where you have that regular stupid light bulb in your garage that never puts out enough light. And now you've got this 6 pedal with the 7th in the center of the spotlight, and the pedals are adjustable so you can change how the light hits different places. And there's no work. You don't have to call an electrician. You just screw them into the same spot. And they're a 2-pack for $22.79. All right, then we got the 600-pound step stool again. It's more like a step staircase there. It's got, a nice little safety handle on it, help you get up there. Don't risk going to the ER or getting stuff off the top shelf. Get yourself a step stool like this. $44.99. These I just got to say this, my real stool was never there for me, but my step stool always came in and always was, helping lift me up when I needed it. There, I said it. All right, let's keep going. The Chamberlain LiftMaster garage door openers for $10.99. I'm constantly losing my garage door opener. And we got so many cars, they're always shifting around, and they never seem to be in the car that I need them to be in. But you know what? I now have one in every car, and my actual LiftMaster garage door opener is right here, right next to me. All right. I use these things. I bought it. You can see. I think they're great. They work just fine. And I paid more than $18 for it. And I recommended them then. I definitely recommend them now. All right, let's keep going. The Whately 2-pack of batteries compatible with the M12 system. At this point, I think I've got 2 actual M12 batteries. Everything else is Whately in my M12 line. And all of them are the higher end with the flat bottom like this, so I can just set it down and stuff. I like my M12 stuff. I like it even better with these battery packs because I really, really, really don't like paying Milwaukee prices for batteries. I think they're ridiculous. And for the M12 stuff, this is just fine. All right. Anyway, we got the Bosch 18-volt portable table saw here, compact job site table saw with the battery, full kit for $530. Limited time deal. This one's been going on for a while though, so maybe not much time left on it. We got the Skill 8¼ inch. Sorry guys, the 10-inch still is not on sale, but for now you can get the 8¼ for $229. We got the Bosch Mixer D-handle drill, 5-inch by 8-inch. This is the big boy for mud mixing or even drilling. You could do it for that too. $146.52. Limited time deal on that. We got the Saker cordless leaf blower. I know people are like, don't run that leaf blower thing again. But if you need a budget version, because let's be honest, that thing's kind of pricey, you can get this one with 2 batteries for $50. And let's be honest, this has got way more power. It does 180,000 RPM. Sure it does. All right, we got Makita brushless impact wrench, 3/4. This is the big boy with the friction ring, all right? This is the big boy bringing all the juice. 2 batteries, charger and bag, 14% off, coming down to $435.80. Then we got the Makita Max Efficiency Blade, 7¼ 45 tooth, carbide tipped for fine cross cutting, coming in 30% off, down to $27.10. We got the Metabo HPT right angle power drill here. This is tool only, all right? But if you got to do some whole hogging, if you know what I mean, we're coming in here at just under $300, $299.30, tool only on that. Then we got the Metabo HPT cordless heat gun. This is another one of these tools where I'm like, there's no way. I use my cordless heat gun all the time. All the time. I love it because it is not as powerful, but that is actually because I'm impatient and this forces me to slow down a bit. And I don't scorch things nearly as much with the cordless heat gun as I do with the corded one. I'm constantly ruining stuff. Well, okay, not that bad, but I've never ruined anything, well, maybe once. But I'm much better with the cordless. All right, I feel like there's more feathering ability kind of control. And you know what I'm talking about, like you work it out towards the edges, stuff like that. I highly recommend cordless heat guns. I do. Then we got the Metabo HPT 2-pack, 2 2-amp batteries with the charger, $86.55. All right. Then we got the DeWalt Stealth Sonic. Yes, I've talked up and up about the Stealth Sonics. I absolutely love them. Still on sale. The 5-gallon stainless steel here means it's easier to clean, better for home and house kind of stuff. $135.99 on that. And I cannot tell you. You can watch the video. I did a video on it. So much quieter. It is a world of a difference. They've got a return policy. Buy it. I dare you to buy it and return it. Because once you turn it on and you're like, is it working? Wait, something's stuck in there. No, it's actually working. You will not go back to a regular shop vac. It ain't happening. Nobody goes back to a regular bleeding from the ears wet dry vac after they've used something like this. It's not a thing. All right. Then we've got the Skill 20-volt brushless compact router kit, 4-amp-hour battery, 1-hour charger, full kit here for your little trim router kind of stuff. Coming in lowest price in 30 days at $96.08. Then we got the full kit. You can flush out the rest of those tools. You got your drill, your impact, your inflator, your sander, your circ saw, your fan, your recip, your multi-tool, a couple batteries, a charger, an adapter, and the storage box. All of it normally $550, on sale for $485, but there's a coupon that's going to knock $48.55 off the price of this. So if you've been thinking about getting in the Skill 20-volt line, this is the one and done. Jump in with both feet, all right? Now let's keep going. We got some bench tools for you. I got the Laguna G8 bench grinder here. Normally $275, but there is a $27.50 off coupon on this. If you're not familiar with Laguna, they have some really good stuff. You definitely should consider these. This is one of the higher end, nice. I mean, I love, just look at the light on this thing. I love the light on the gooseneck on this. This is a nice setup here. This is, not one of these, we just OEM'd it from somebody else. Designed in California by Laguna. Of course, it's probably made in Taiwan, but they're based in California, so they definitely do make good stuff. So at that price point, I'm not surprised. I guess I am surprised to see a sale on it. Then we got the Metabo. Look at this. Not Metabo HPT. This is actual Metabo. 8-inch heavy-duty grinder, 3,600 RPM. Coming in here, 17% off, taking it down to $276. I'd still go with Laguna, honestly. But I'm just giving you options here. Giving you options. Then we got the KMFMK. This is a grinder against war, folks. Coming in for $123.49, 6-inch bench grinder. It's a unique reference. You got to be in some. I mean, come on, it's a grinder. It's an industrial reference. They go together, right? All right. Anyway, $123.49. You would think it would have more brutalist design tones to it, but apparently not. Then we got the universal 4-leg bench grinder buffer vise. I had to fit in as many references there as I could. Anyway, it's a bench grinder vise stand. Honestly, somebody else was asking about bench grinders or bench vices. I keep getting the two mixed up. And they're looking at like the regular kind of pedestal for a bench grinder. You want something like this with the wider legs, because at this point it's not the mass that's helping you. It's the fulcrum, points that are important, and having that further out. And then if you want more mass to it, you can just put some weights or whatever in that tray right there. I keep a slug of 20 pounds of lead just sitting over there for stuff like this. So don't lick it, folks, but it's just sitting there. It'll be fine. People come in, you've got lead just sitting there? I'm like, it's a giant ingot of lead. It's not going to jump out and, make you digest it. All right. Anyway, we got the Explorer Horizon as opposed to the Event Horizon. How could this go wrong? 7.5 amp, 100 point. I'm in a mood today. Am I? I'm just worn out and I'm loopy and I'm in one of those kind of just dark kind of moods. It must be the weather. It's got to be the weather, right? So the Event Horizon here, 13-inch benchtop drill, 7.5 amp. It's coming in at $251.99, or you can get the floor model for $269.99. So on sale, 10% off for $251. But then look at this. You got a $15 off coupon on this one. So it's $270. That's going to take it down to, was it $255? It's going to be a difference of a couple bucks to have the floor standing versus the bench standing. Your choice on that. You make the call. Then roller knife sharpener here from Sorcran. These are one of these things that I'm like, they seem like a gimmick. They're just a cheesy, as seen on TV. I've seen a lot of demos by them. Apparently they work. I talked to several guys, and I mean, they're not for every knife out there, but for the knives that fit their size and form factor, and looking for the 15 to 20 bevel on it, they actually work pretty well. So there you go. Lowest price in 30 days from $40 down to $35, and there's a little extra coupon, takes $1.75 off. All right, Estwing, we got the big soft face sledgehammer here with the 4-pound head, the 16-inch long fiberglass handle here. This is a real deal Holyfield, and I say that because there's so many Estwing deals on Amazon that just aren't deals. In fact, I'll see on Amazon, and I don't know why Estwing seems the only one who gets away with it, where they say, no, Vaughn does it too. But it'll constantly say it's on sale, and the price has actually gone up. All right, this one is not one of those. These are real sale prices. coming down to $25.80 on this one. Then we got this. This one the price just plummeted. It had been holding at 35, and now suddenly it's $31. If you've been looking for a lineman hammer, this is just the one made in the USA. This is a great hammer there for $31. Then we've got, of course, the Halder made in Germany. I'm a huge fan of Halder. This is a fantastic dead blow mallet coming in 14% off, down to $48.80. Then we got Capri, 18% off the full wrench. This is your basic everyday combo wrench set. And I'll tell you, I do complain a lot about some of the foam trays out there they waste a lot of space. Capri, I think they've maxed it out the best you can. You're not gonna find a more trim kind of foam set for a full combo wrench set. 6 to 24, no skips there, coming in at $122.99. Then we've got the Capri ratchet here, 3/8 low profile flex head, 72 tooth for $29.66. Again, these are tool truck grade equivalents, all right? Then Tool Ant, who we talked about before, out of left field. Where did this come from? I was not expecting this from them. Check this out. What we're looking at here is a full professional metric and SAE combo wrench set. And look at the teeth. If you know that profile, if you know, that I can't believe they're seeing this from Tool Ant. Again, of course, they're coming out of Taiwan. They're coming out of the same factory. The Tool Ant colors they're something. They're very Skittles-like. Coming in at $135.99 for both sets with the tray. Both sets. That is very well, $109 for their set. And that's actually a really good price. Now remember, Milwaukee's not authorized for sale, not even the hand tools, through Amazon. So you check the seller, Toolmaster Outfitters. Of course, nobody's heard of them. So you're doing your own bit. I mean, $109, it's almost worth taking that leap. But for $136, I can get SAE and metric. But let's be honest, nobody. When was the last time you touched your metric? Put it down below. Okay, now go back down and edit it so you're not lying, all right? Because you don't touch your SAE. Did I say metric before? Don't touch your SAE. No one touches the SAE, all right? Anyway, and you got, I know so it's like, I use my SAE. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm in a mood. It's not my fault. It's my wife's fault. Anyway, $135.99. $135.99. It's not her fault. She's an angel. Anyway, just so you can get the metric set for $70 for just the metric, or you can get both for $136. And for those of you who don't know, it's the tooth design over here that is indicative of this one plant in Taiwan that makes stuff for Carlisle, for Harbor Freight's Icon, for the Milwaukee, and for a couple others. And I'm stunned to see Tool Ant stepping up, because they're going to pay. They can't be making any money on this. I think they're probably selling this at cost just to get market share at this point. That is a fan-frickin-tastic deal. All right, then we talked about the Milwaukee set. And then look at this. I like the handles. I like the colors in this. Bright, but not too bright. They're kind of a muted kind of color there. The good-looking handles. They got a nice little rack there. They're looking very, wear it and almost PB Swiss-like. All right. I'm not saying they're the same category. I'm not saying that, but they're good-looking screwdrivers. I definitely think somebody should try them. $23.99, $24. I'll see if I can reach out. I had a contact at Tool Amp. Maybe I'll see if I can reach out to them. All right, and then we got the Crescent 5-piece. As far as budget locking pliers, this is probably the best budget locking plier set out there. You're under $40 for 5 pieces. Again, I'm a big fan of the Milwaukees for the price, but still, even cheaper than that. This is just a great set just to fill out all your locking plier needs for under $40. All right, then we got the gear wrench. This is the full-size hook and pick as well as the micro hook and pick. 7-piece set here, $31.43 on this. We've got the file set with the same handles here coming in here, 4-inch file set for $29.99. We've got the Work Pro SAE or metric. You have your choice of either one. The SAE is more expensive. But I think that's SAE. Come on. There we go. No, this is, this is I was confusing sets, my bad. These are the flare nut style, okay, versus the regular style. So that's it, $17.59 versus $23.99. With the rail coming in at 17. I just said the price on that. Then we got the gear wrench adjustable height swivel seat there. That's a nice little seat. Coming in at $129 on that one. We got the gear wrench 6-ton ratcheting jack stands here with safety pin, coming in at $84.99. They don't look a thing like the Daytona, do they? Sunex tools. We got some Sunex here for you. We've got the 1/2-inch drive universal impact socket set, SAE 7/16 up to 1 1/4 here, with the radius design there for you. With the blow mold case, $29.55 off the regular price there. Then we've got the slim wrenches coming in at $40. So you get your full set of slims. You got metric and SAE in here with the roll bag. All of that for $36. Did you see my video on Carlisle? And I have a nice foam tray set. Guess how much those are? Just guess. They're not $36. All right. What's even funnier, you got to go and watch my video on the Carlisle stuff, because Carlisle said, I gave Carlisle a hard time for how much their stuff was costing. I mean, it's not bad stuff, but it's Snap-on prices for gear wrench level quality, and which is not bad. Sometimes gear wrench, but still, it's made in Taiwan. You're paying U.S. made prices for Taiwan made tools, and I thought the quality of the tools was great, but I ragged on them. Like, look, you can't, no one's going to pay this price. No one's going to pay this price. And I still had people in the comments calling me a shill for Carlisle because, they send me free tools. I'll say anything. People comment without even watching the video. It's awesome. Adults, allegedly. All right. Sunex 3-inch drive bit socket set here. With the foam tray. You got everything up to T55. Down to, what is that, PH1 on that. So you've got a ton of different choices of styles and sizes. Coming in here, normally $44.99, but there's a coupon that's going to knock $6.75 off. All right, then we got the master bit set. You don't see a lot of these. This is nice. Look at this. We got some bit sockets. We got all the security bits. You got some locking adapters. The whole 9 yards here. Everything as well as the bit driver adapter coming in. Normally $65.99. There is a $7.35 off coupon on this. All right, and then these. A lot of people don't talk about these. I like the rolling head pry bars. Are these just out of style now? I've got a set from Dynamics, but it's a 3-piece set. The 4-piece set would be nice. Normally $44, taking $6.60 off of it. I like the rolling style. I don't know why more people don't like them. Then we got the foam. Look at this. We got the Sunex 13-piece metric wrench set in the EVA foam, 7mm to 19mm. And look at that. There's not a lot of wasted space in that. That's a nice set with a coupon taking $5.75 off of that. Then we got Vessel. Now check this out. Okay, I'm a big fan of Vessel, but we're going a different way with this. This is on sale right now, and I definitely recommend it. You got the bit driver set, the JIS bits with it. Just a great screwdriver there for $35.02. But there's somebody else out there who's apparently been getting kicked in the teeth by these ball grip screwdrivers, and that is Klein. Look at this. Ball style, even in this, look at that. I mean, it's cheaper. It's not JIS. All right. Anyway, apparently Klein even reached out to me. Don't talk to me about anything else, but they know I talk about Vessel and ball and screwdriver. So they reached out to me. Can we send you ours? I'm like, sure, go ahead. We have an open door policy. All right. Anybody can send it. I'm going to give you a real review on it. So hopefully we'll have this in the studio here soon, and we can give it a try. But when people sit there and they like to beat on Harbor Freight, the real issue is this: they just are upset at Harbor Freight for making stuff that's less expensive, and they're trying to find any excuse. The reality is the tool industry is all about copying each other. Everyone does it. Literally everyone. Snap-on got started copying somebody else's design. All right? Everyone does it. It doesn't make it right, but you can't blame one without blaming all. All right, we're over at Menards. Thanks to Michael again for hooking us up with the Menards deals. I don't have a Menards near me, so if you've got deals you want to send in, send them to red@denatools.com. Don't send them before Thursday because they'll expire by the next Monday that comes around. But we got the Performax. This is the 1/4-inch quick drive hex change set here, hex shank set. 5-piece set. You got a swivel. You got the semi-swivels on it. $249 after coupon and sale, or I should say rebate and sale. Then we've got the 3/8 drive set for $249 as well, and the 1/2-inch drive set. Those are nice little sets there for the price. Come on. Also, we've got a K-Pro Pro Laser, the Bambino. This is their little tiny one with the little tiny desktop tripod, but $35 after rebate. Might want to take a look at that one. All right, and I want to thank Brooklyn Bedding again for today's sponsor, as well as Hoffrey. Check them out. Again, remember, links to everything are down below. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.
Jeff. Jackson. Can I get your contact information?
What the hell was that?